We gather today in a world that is both beautiful and broken. We see progress, innovation, and abundance, yet alongside it we see poverty, inequality, and voices that go unheard. And so, it is easy to ask ourselves, where is God when there is still poverty? Into this tension, the ancient wisdom of Proverbs 31:9 speaks with startling clarity. Speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and needy. This verse is not a polite suggestion. It is a command. It is a call to action. It tells us that silence in the face of injustice is complicity. It tells us that fairness is not optional, but essential. And it tells us that the poor and needy are not to be pitied from a distance, but defended with courage and conviction. When we look around our communities, we see the persistence of poverty. Families struggling to put food on the table, children going to school hungry, workers laboring full-time yet unable to afford housing. These are not abstract issues. They are lived realities. Proverbs 31:9 insists that we cannot turn away. We must speak up. We must do something. But speaking up is only the beginning. The verse also says, judge fairly. That means examining the systems and structures that perpetuate inequality. It means asking hard questions. Why do some neighborhoods lack access to healthcare? Why are wages stagnant while costs rise? Why do marginalized groups bear the brunt of poverty generation after generation? To judge fairly is to confront these realities honestly, without excuses, and to demand change. And then comes the final charge. Defend the rights of the poor and needy. Notice that it does not say offer charity or feel sympathy. It says defend. That is strong language. To defend is to stand alongside, to protect, to advocate, to fight for dignity and justice. It means ensuring that policies, laws, and practices uphold the humanity of those who are most vulnerable. This verse reminds us that poverty is not simply about material lack. It is about rights. The right to food, the right to shelter, the right to education, the right to healthcare, the right to be treated with dignity. And when those rights are denied, our collective responsibility is to defend them. Now, defending the poor and needy is not always comfortable. It may mean challenging powerful interests. It may mean disrupting the status quo. It may mean risking criticism or rejection. But Proverbs 31:9 tells us that this is precisely what faithfulness looks like. To follow this command is to align ourselves with God's heart for justice. So what can we do practically in our communities? We can raise our voice in public forums, ensuring that policies reflect fairness and compassion. We can support organizations that fight poverty and inequality. We can mentor, volunteer, and give, not out of charity alone, but out of solidarity. We can challenge stereotypes that blame the poor for their condition and instead tell the truth about systemic injustice. Most importantly, we can live as people who notice. People who refuse to walk past suffering. People who see the humanity in every neighbor. People who embody the courage to speak up, judge fairly, and defend. Friends, Proverbs 31:9 is not just ancient wisdom. It is a living mandate. It is a reminder that justice is not a distant dream. It is a daily practice, and it begins with us. So let us commit ourselves today, wherever poverty persists, wherever voices are silenced, wherever dignity is denied, we will not remain quiet. We will speak up. We will judge fairly. We will defend. And in doing so, we will help build a community where justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like an ever-flowing stream. And so where is God when poverty persists? God is within us, calling us to serve, calling us to defend, calling us to protect. Thank you.